Welcome to Elite Expert Insider Podcast, where we will inspire, motivate, and educate entrepreneurs, innovators, and growth seekers. Brought to you by Elite Online Publishing, making the best and brightest in the industry #1 best-selling authors. 80% of people say they want to write a book. We're assuming that's the same for you. If so, contact us at www.eliteonlinepublishing.com and make your book a reality. Hey, it's Melanie Johnson here, along with my great friend Jen Foster. Hey, Jen, how you doing today?
Hey, guys. It's a great day.
It sure is. All right, have you ever felt like you're walking around with a lot of emotional baggage? I know a lot of people have, and sometimes I am too. So today we're going to teach you how to get rid of that emotional baggage and have a breakthrough. So first we want to remind you to subscribe to our podcast so you can hear all these great people and get a notification. That's why you want to subscribe. And we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment, leave us a review. We would certainly appreciate that. And if while you're getting rid of the emotional baggage that we're going to teach you about today, you want to achieve some of your goals, then we recommend design your goals and your dream success daily planner. The Success Daily Planner by Elite Online Publishing. You write your goals down every day and what you're doing every day. And also, if you want to be a best-selling author, I think we have over 50 now that we've made #1 best-selling authors at Elite Online Publishing. So please contact us if you're thinking of writing a book and you want to use a book for your business. All right, so let's get to the emotional baggage part. You know, we all have parts in our life that we go through different things that we're just carrying something around, or we're not having that breakthrough to get what we want. So Cindy Bateman is here with us today. She has a company called Plush, and I can't even see everything. That's Progressive Life Unleashed something. She's going to tell us the whole thing, but she's going to do, and not only that, she's going to actually do maybe a breakthrough. I'm not promising, but there may be a breakthrough with Jen and I together today. She's going to walk us through the process. Welcome, Cindy. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell us, Cindy, a little bit about yourself, where you came from, and how you got into this field of energy and healing.
Well, about 15 years ago, I was diagnosed with depression, and I also had anxiety. And I remember what actually got me to really understand what I was dealing with. I was at a baby shower for my little sister. She was about to have a new baby. And I was sitting there looking around at all the people and looking at her, and they were all happy and doing the gifts. And I just sat there, and all I could think was, why on earth would you bring another person into this horrible world? And after I left that shower, I just thought, that's not right. Why do I feel that way? And the other kind of thing that really made me wonder why I felt that way was, from outside looking in, when people would look at my life, I had a wonderful life. I had a wonderful husband, 4 amazing children. They were growing up into being wonderful adults, and things were good. And so I just didn't understand, why. Why am I feeling so down? Why do I feel this way about this new baby instead of being excited for my little sister and welcoming this new little niece into the family? And so I started searching for ways to help myself to not have depression. And one of the things a few years later that I found was a book called The Emotion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson. And in it, he teaches that we have these trapped energies in our bodies and in our energy fields that cause us to feel these kind of emotions when otherwise we wouldn't be feeling them. And they can be emotions from our past traumas in life, just from living, and we can also actually even inherit them. And so we've actually had them with us our whole life. But they bring us down, and they make us feel sad and depressed and other emotions, if you can picture any negative emotions. But they're actual balls of energy that are trapped in our bodies, and we can find them very simply and easily and release them very quickly so that they're not affecting you and your moods anymore.
Wow. And I've been recently, I've had several people come into my life that have been dealing with depression. Some, I think, from opiate use, and some from, they've had been analyzed by doctors that there's just chemical imbalances in their life, but none of the medication is working. Do you think for someone who has a chemical imbalance, or maybe was prescribed opiates that are going down that funnel, do you think that this could help them as well?
Absolutely, because and you can also deal with addiction, but that is the same path that I was on. I actually, after that baby shower, went to a doctor because I knew I needed help somehow and got on antidepressants, several different ones, and they helped to a point, but I still didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel excited to do the things I used to feel like doing. Those classic depression symptoms were still somewhat there. I wasn't as bad off, but it was still there. And I just thought, I don't want to live the rest of my life. For one thing, I wasn't thrilled about having to be on the medications. But the other thing was that they weren't totally cutting it either. And I didn't want to keep trying different ones. I didn't want to be on more just to try and help it because I wasn't somewhere inside. I think I knew that isn't what I needed. And so that's when I started searching out these other ways of finding happiness and joy.
So tell us a little bit about what you found in that book and some of the tools and tips that people can use in their everyday life to help them to fight this depression or even just when you have those negative thoughts come in your head and all of those things.
The first thing that I learned in there is muscle testing, also known as kinesiology. And that's the first thing you learn because that's what you need to be able to do to be able to find which emotions. There's a chart of emotions that has 60 on there, and you muscle test, and it's your subconscious that's telling you which emotion it is that you want to release. It's ready to go. And so you learn how to muscle test and practice that. And while reading the book and practicing, you just find out about the different kinds of imbalances because there are more than just trapped emotions, and there's some other ones that you can find. But yeah, that's what I learned in the book, and it's kind of a biography of him too, autobiography, and he tells a lot of stories from in his youth and in his past that led him on this path of being able to find these things. And he's a chiropractor, and he was trying to help people that nobody else could help, and so he was just very urgent in wanting to find a way to not just treat the symptoms, but to actually have the people get better. And that's how he discovered these different kinds of imbalances and how he can let them go and have a better life.
Well, tell us, kind of walk us through maybe someone that you've helped and what the experience was that they had from the beginning to the end.
Okay. One of a more recent thing that I've been helping someone with is PTSD. And it's been about 12 weeks now, and she comes once a week. And before that, she was very suicidal and had been for about the third or fourth time admitted into the hospital on suicide watch and had actually tried to commit suicide previously. And her mom found me, and we got together. And after about the first 3 or 4 sessions, she actually told me that I saved her life.
Wow.
Felt suicidal. She had released enough that it's kind of like the sun had come out of the clouds a little bit, and she was able to kind of take a deep breath and not have these energies from this past traumatic experience affect her nearly as much. And so that's kind of an ongoing process. I am still working with her, but she gets better and better. She's been able to cut her medication in half, and she comes to me a totally different person than when she first came. And she says that her daughter even can tell a difference in her. She has a 12-year-old daughter, and the daughter even is affected by this change in her mom and is playing more and is more happy and doing better in school because her mom's getting help.
Wow.
So we had talked about a little bit beforehand that maybe doing something with Jen and I. So we decided the thing that Jen and I both have in common is that we're both single. We've been single for a while. And that maybe one of the reasons we're single, we were told, is maybe we're blocking something, not opening our heart up and being open. So maybe walk us through what you would do for someone like us.
So the first thing that I would want to check on you is if you have what Dr. Bad calls a heart wall. And people have these heart walls, and it's 93% of people have them because they've gone through trauma with relationship or just with other people. And so they'll take the trapped emotions from different parts of their body and actually build a wall around their heart for protection so that their heart doesn't get hurt by other people. And so that is the first thing in dealing with someone that wants to improve relationships that we check on is a heart wall. And I actually have been working with another gal who we've been working on her heart wall, and she had one built. She had a heart wall, but she also had one built against her husband that was specifically against him, and they're having marital problems right now. And we've been able to release her heart wall and working on the one that's against her husband. And she said, I feel more compassion for him. I feel like we can work on things. The communication is better because these energies aren't there. What they actually do is we have energies that go back and forth from one heart to another, and the heart wall blocks those energies, and so you can't feel the love that's coming towards you the way that that person intends it to be, and you can't send yours out to them because it has to pass through this wall and it gets distorted. And so without that they're able to communicate better and work on their marital problems, and it's doing a lot better.
Great.
But that is the first thing in relationship that I would check on.
So walk us through that. Let's just see what it would be like for Melanie and I to see if you can help us with our heart walls.
Okay. So what I need to do is just have your permission to energetically connect with you, which is just our subconsciouses on an energetic level will be communicating, and I will connect with you and I will become you for a moment to do this work. So the muscle testing that I'm doing would be you. So I'm going to test on you first, Jen, if that's okay. Mm-hmm. May I connect with you, Jen? Okay, I'm getting a yes. So my finger stays strong. That's a yes. Let's first ask, Jen, do you have a heart wall? I get a really strong yes. You do have a heart wall. Melanie, I probably should just do it separate if that's okay, because I'm connected to you. So to keep the answers clear, I probably should stay connected to you for a moment. Do you, Jen, have a trapped emotion that you would like to release from your heart wall today? I get a yes. Let me grab my chart here. I don't know, is that something you would want me to show?
Sure. Yeah, let's see.
So this is the chart of emotions. There's 60 on here. There's columns, 2 columns, A and B, and then there's 6 rows. So there's 5 in each box. And that's how we narrow it down to which one that you want to release today. So I'm going to test off of that chart. So is this trapped emotion that you want to release, Jen, is it in column A, column B, and an odd and even B2, B4, depression, it's frustration. And then, Jen, do we need to know any more about this? Yes. So we need a little more information before your subconscious will let this go. Can I ask how old you are right now?
I'm 42.
So, Jen, did you trap this before age 20? No. Before 30? Yes. Before 25? No. So were you 25, 26, 27, 28? So you were around 28. It can go a year either way. So you could be 27, 28, or 29. Somewhere in that time frame, you trap this emotion in your heart wall of frustration. Would you like to release that?
Yes.
Okay. So I have a magnet. It's actually just a little kind of refrigerator magnet that is of the emotions chart. And I'm just going to use that, and I'm going to swipe it 3 times over the governing meridian, which connects to all the other meridians. So it puts that magnetized energy, and through our intent, it's magnifying our intent that we want to let that go. Let's check. Jen, did that release? Yes. So you no longer have that emotion as part of your heart wall. It is gone, and it won't ever come back.
Wow. Wow. What do you think about that, Jen? I think you're muted.
Yeah. Wow. It feels really cool.
Did you feel anything in your body? Sometimes people will actually feel it leaving.
Yeah. It felt like wind was moving by.
Awesome.
Really?
Yeah. And you can get kind of a lighter feeling. It releases something that's weighing you down.
Very
Really
interesting.
cool. Yeah.
I mean, it almost seems a little voodoo-ish, right? Because you're
far
away, But I can see like Jen is affected. If you're not watching her, she's emotional.
I just want to ask you, Jen, can you pinpoint, did something come to mind when you trapped that emotion? Because sometimes that will happen, even though we didn't have to dig down in and find out the exact event. Did anything, not that you have to tell us, but did anything come to your mind of what that would have been about?
Not something certain specific, but just like the time and just like thinking about that time.
Of what was going on then. Yeah, and a lot of times that will happen when we're finding what it is. And sometimes it's a time frame, or it might be a person that they know that it's about, or a very specific event can come to mind, and you can trust that if that does come to mind, that's what it is about.
Okay, so for those of you that are listening and not seeing, so right afterwards, I noticed Jen had like this glow about her, but now physically, I mean, I'm not going to make her talk, but she's got tears that came to her eyes, and it definitely affected her. Because on the outside looking in, I'm like, okay, this is kind of like voodoo-ish, like really? But then all of a sudden I saw this whole effect happen to her. So something definitely did happen as I'm watching this with just this quick little procedure that she went through.
Yeah, it's because I know it seems really weird, but it's because we are all connected on an energetic level. We're all energy. It's all about energy. And all we're doing is, you can't make energy go away. All you can do is change it. And so with the magnet and through our intent, we're just letting that go and letting it go back to neutral energy, just out in space. And so we're releasing it from her so that it can't affect her anymore. And it's gone and it's changed.
Awesome.
You know how on a credit card there's the magnetic strip on there?
Yeah.
And you can't set it by a magnet or it will change it and it won't work. It's that same idea. We're just changing the energy.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Melanie, your turn.
Oh, okay. Now I'm afraid.
No, it's really awesome. It's an awesome feeling.
Yeah, and the really cool thing is, because people will ask, well, how much do I have to tell you? How personal is this going to get? And it doesn't have to get personal at all. And actually, I had someone ask me that the other day, and I said, well, even if you don't want to, if we need to know more information, you can just actually think it in your mind, and I can just test on that, and you don't even have to tell me what it is.
Well, and does this work for depression too, is what you're saying? It can help
with depression, anxiety, physical pain. I have cool stories about releasing some from physical pain, and the pain is gone instantly and never comes back.
Wow. Very interesting.
So let's do you, Melanie.
Okay.
So I'll disconnect from Jen, so I'm not connected to her anymore. And I'll just ask you, Melanie, may I connect with you? And I get a yes. And I may act as proxy for you for this releasing. I get a yes. Melanie, do you have a heart wall? Yes. Is there a trapped emotion you would like to release from that heart wall today? I get a yes. Is it in column A and an on, A1, A3? Trying discouragement. I'm getting discouragement. So do we need to know more about it? Yes. So how old are you?
55.
So, Melanie, did you trap this before age? We asked that so that we can kind of start halfway. So did you trap this before age 30? No. Before 40? Yes. Before 35? No. Were you 35, 36, 37? So around age 36, 37, 38, you trapped an emotion of discouragement, and you've put that to build your heart wall. I'm getting all yeses on that. Would you like to release this now? Okay. I'll get my magnet. 3 times over the governing meridian, and holding that intent that we're releasing that trapped emotion of discouragement from Melanie's heart wall. Did that release? Yes.
I think so.
So that's gone.
Wow.
How do you feel?
Good. I mean, I do feel like a little lighter. Kind of interesting.
Awesome.
That's great.
Oh
so it's definitely a really different process, but I really like how we did this on the video so we could kind of see, and those who are listening, you could kind of hear what's happening. So tell us, Cindy, where can people find you, or where can they, if they want to have something like this for them, how can they connect with you? How can they get a hold of you and have you help them with the issues that they're dealing with?
So you can find me on Facebook. On my personal page is Cindy Williams Bateman. And then I have a Plush Energy Healing page. So, and there's some stories on that, and there's a little video that talks about some things on that page. They can email me at plushed, PLUSHED 2013 @gmail.com, or they can call me at 801-755-2550.
Great. Well, I can put those links up there. Do you have any other questions for Cindy?
Yeah, I wanted to get the name of the book again. It was The Emotion Code, and who was the author?
Dr. Bradley Nelson is the author.
The Emotion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson.
Right.
Great.
Terrific. Thanks, Cindy, so much for joining us. That was a life-changing experience. So, well, if next time you see us, if we're both married, then you'll know why.
That's right. Thank you so much for having me.
Sure. So remember, everybody, subscribe to our podcast, Elite Expert Insider. We'd love to have you and contact us. And also, if you're looking to write a book and becoming a #1 best-selling author, to use a book for your business as an advertising tool and to become an expert and an authority in your field, make sure you reach out to us at eliteonlinepublishing.com. We would love to work with you. We've launched over 50 books and made every one a #1 bestseller. And Jen and I have a bunch of planners and things on Amazon. We have over 1,700 products of our own products on Amazon, and we are 10-time #1 bestselling. Well, you got me beat out, Jen. You're 11. I'm only 10. So, but we're firm believers that if you're going to hire someone to do a job for you, that you should hire someone who is already doing it and is great. So some people are publishers and they've never even written their own book. I've got 10 and she's got 11. So there you go. Again, subscribe to us and we'll see you next time. We want to motivate you, inspire you, and educate you and help change your life. See you next time. If you'd like to create the most powerful advertising tool for your business, contact us at eliteonlinepublishing.com, where we will help you create, publish, and make your book a #1 bestseller and show you how to get new leads and more revenue for your business. If you'd like to check us out on our Facebook page, we have a free book for you as our gift. Just go and click free book. Remember to subscribe and leave a comment for our podcast. We would love to hear from you.